Welcome to LevelUp Advisors. We pay you to learn about money, and we pay you to learn in general. And I know some of you that are here, actually, let me go ahead and make sure everyone is muted so we don't have any interruptions or questions. I don't want any questions while we're doing the presentation. I'm going to go ahead and have all the questions after the presentation, and then we're going to introduce our amazing special guest who is going to be an expert advisor in the Level Up platform, and you're going to learn about that. It's been an amazing last, year and a couple of months, right? And so we at Level Up Advisors have come up with what we believe to be a brilliant idea to help businesses with their project funding needs. Okay. So we want to encourage our entrepreneurs to continue thriving. This is the way it's always been since the very beginning of time, since every single old historical book you could find. People have always been self-sustaining. And so at Level Up Advisors, we found a way that we can help people to continue to learn how to be amazing, come up with innovative, amazing ideas, scale their businesses. And so in this presentation, I'm going to share with you how Level Up Advisors is a e-learning platform for entrepreneurs, is going to help you learn everything you ever wanted to know about how to make money online, about how to scale your business, about how to get more funding, and how we're taking advantage of the new digital age with an amazing new decentralized finance platform and protocol. And so we're going to get into all that. I'm going to spend about 15, 20 minutes on this presentation, and then I'm going to introduce one of our newest additions to the team, who is a retired NBA basketball player, and we are so excited to have him on the team. So let's go ahead to the presentation. So the typical pay to learn model, education model is, what we all know. You guys have probably seen, we have on the front of our site, if you haven't been there, it's levelupadvisors.com. And you will see a video right on the front page by Robert Kiyosaki. And if you don't know who Robert Kiyosaki is, he is a multimillionaire. He is an educator. He's a wealth educator. And he basically wrote his most infamous book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where he goes through telling you how in his childhood through adulthood, he learned two systems of education. From one dad, he had what he calls his poor dad. His poor dad was a PhD, and he didn't have that much money. He couldn't really, have that much to move around. And his rich dad was his friend's dad, and his friend's dad basically showed him how he can be self-employed, how he could create his own income. And the book goes through that. So basically, in this recent interview with Robert Kiyosaki, it was amazing because, as he's teaching wealth education, he's showing others that are already wealthy are saying, don't teach them, keep them poor. So if you notice just in general, in any public school system, even in any private school system, it's not really typical. It hasn't been to date. I know that they have started to put some entrepreneurial classes in some of the smaller colleges. However, wealth education is not part of the system. The system is designed to show you how to be employed for a larger corporation. We intend on doing something a little bit different. So we pay you to learn about business. Experts, we have experts here at Level Up Advisors that will help you navigate through the known barriers of success. We know what it takes to be successful. We know that you fail your way to success. And so some of those typical failures is part of what we cover in the e-learning course with Level Up Advisors. And, last year, the last, 13, 14 months, we have seen the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And unfortunately, the only reason that's happening is because of the lack of wealth education. So we want to help you learn to make the right moves at the right time. I mean, if anyone has been paying any attention at all to cryptocurrency, if you have a Cash App, you may have noticed that, or if you've been paying attention to the news, you're hearing people like Elon Musk and Carl Icahn and hedge funds and banks are all investing in cryptocurrency. The reason why they're doing that, and cryptocurrency has gone through the roof. And the reason why they're doing that is because they know when to make the right moves at the right time. And so, something like Bitcoin was just $2,000 last March. We're coming up on another year. And at its high point, it went to $55,000. So if you knew that, you could have made an enormous amount of money. And that's why this slide is not really meant to show you, oh, the rich get richer and those bad rich people. No, all they have is education that you may not have. And so the LevelUp Advisors e-learning platform is designed to help show you what the wealth principles actually are. So the biggest secret to a millionaire mindset is separating yourself from your business. And that is the absolute first thing we teach you. However, I know many of you on this call are already self-employed, and you probably already have your corporation set up. The one thing that I've learned in my last 10 years as a business finance consultant, is that many businesses that are already set up still do not have their business set up in a way that their business can have corporate credit. So one of the first, actually 5 levels of the course material goes through showing you how to make your business in such a way that it actually can receive corporate credit. Okay, so we pay you to learn. About how to get funding for your business, how to get startup funding for your business, how to find a profitable business in the new e-learning gig economy. And when you talk about the gig economy, I know many of you have heard of Airbnb, have heard of Uber, you've heard of people making money on Amazon, you've heard of people making money all kinds of ways, all of these new ways. The gig economy, everyone's at home and they're learning ways, they're finding ways to make money online. And so on or offline, they're finding new ways to support their families, their friends and their families, okay? And so this course is not only going to show you about how to get funding, how to get your business started. Then you also need to know all about social media marketing. You need to know about advertising. You may want to know how to sell your products on Amazon. You may want to know how to sell them on Shopify, eBay, wholesale. We go through all of those things in this e-learning platform. So everything leads up to a point in the first 5 levels of the course, and that point is getting you to your first 50 to 100,000 in traditional funding, and that's corporate funding and debt funding. So we'll show you, everything you need to know about how to get, if you live in the United States, how to get your FICO score from what a company is looking for as far as underwriting guidelines. We'll show you how, all the alternative lenders that we've worked with over the years can fund your business and your ideas. So if you wanted to get a food truck, we show you how to get the food truck. If you wanted to get to buy more real estate, we show you how to get the down payment money to do that. If you wanted to, let's say, find more money to advertise your product, we're going to get you to that first $50,000 to $100,000 in the first 5 levels of the course material. So we pay you to learn. After you know all of that, the next thing is, okay, we assume maybe you learned how to make money on your own. And okay, you know how to bring in some money. or you're already making money and now you need to learn that wealth principle. How do you make your money make money for you? Because if you just only know how to make money on your own and you're not then investing your money or finding ways to make your money grow, you're still left out of the loop. You still don't get it yet. That's not how you build wealth, family wealth. You just simply, with the first 5 levels of the course, you've only created a job for yourself. So if you have a retail store, and there's plenty like this, plenty of people like this that have created, you bought a franchise, maybe you bought a franchise, maybe you built a salon, okay, or barbershop, or maybe you have a food truck, okay, or maybe you have some sort of business where you have learned how to support yourself and your family. However, the next side of learning how to build wealth is learning how to make your money work for you, which is how you get from, a few $100,000 a year or a few $1,000,000 a year to, several $1,000,000 a year, several $1 billion a year. You can't pass that glass ceiling without the next 5 levels of information. And so we teach you and pay you to learn about trading. Okay, so we go through beginner and intermediate cryptocurrency courses. We also tell you about how to invest in real estate. Now, you may already have a house that you bought for yourself, but like me, maybe when I was 19 years old, I started looking at insurance, and something I learned in insurance made me want to invest in real estate and some of those late night infomercials. So, it's been over 25 years now of being a real estate investor, first learning how to flip, then learning how to hold. And now it's time to start getting into commercial. And so I have for years coached others on how to really, take their money and invest in real estate, how to go from 0 to hero in T-1 second. That's what I'm good at doing. And one of those ways you could do that is by taking, let's say you made money on Amazon or Instagram or whatever you made money on. Now, you want to, or even your job, now you want to buy a property. What are you going to do? Which kind of property are you going to buy? This is where we specialize in the real estate course on how to invest your money in real estate, how to invest your money in commercial and industrial. We go through all of that. So that part of the course is really exciting. We also have private money lenders, we have equity investors, and with our newfound knowledge in something I'm going to cover in a few minutes on decentralized finance, we are also this year going to create fractional real estate shares where everyone can participate in a particular project. And so that's going to be, I'm super stoked about that part. Okay, so Level Up course overview. This is this is not everything in the course. These are just the headings. But we go through mastering business basics, how to establish your corporate presence, establishing your corporate credit. This is what I was talking about. Your corporate finances. Then we get to trading and everything under trading. You got Forex, futures, options, crypto. You've got all those different subject matters under trading. Then we show you how to build assets and asset protection. If you learn how to make money and then you go, I've got a perfect example for you. I met a wonderful man who was only 26 at the time. We had an office at 30 Broad, which is right next to the New York Stock Exchange, and we're still in the area. We're on Wall Street. However, this young man I was so taken by because he had a merchant cash advance business. He was only 26 years old, and he had made his first million when he was 13. So it was like, oh my God, tell me everything. How did you do it? Who told you to do that? How did you learn? So it was wonderful talking to him, but guess what? He didn't have that much money anymore. And the reason why he didn't have that much money, he had made a mistake and did well in options And however, his taxes were not done properly. So the government was after him for millions of dollars. And property that he purchased had been already taken by the government. And it was like a horrible, sad story. So it was like this amazing story that, oh my God. But you know what? That is the failures of success. He was already moving back up. You know why? Because he understood success principles. He made mistakes early, and this kid, he's in his, he's probably like what, 30, maybe 34, 35 now. And this kid is on top of it. Last time I spoke to him, you know, he had purchased 2 properties in Jersey City. He is just always on, you know, he knows how to get investors. He knows how to keep going. So failure is part of success, you know. So building assets and asset protection, we feel super important. How to fund your business. Okay, you think we talked about how to fund your business? We haven't talked about how to fund your business. We only talked about how to fund your business with debt. Okay, with credit cards. In those first 5 levels, we talk about, you know, how to get the credit cards, how to get factoring, how to get accounts receivable, purchase order financing. Don't worry, you'll learn about all of it. But now when we say how to fund your business, you want to buy a business, you need to know about SBA financing. You also need to know how to get equity investors. You need to have the paperwork required, okay, to get those equity investors. We go through all of that in level 6, level 7, when we talk about how to buy a business. Real estate acquisitions, we get deeper into that side, creating a fund, and then more into creating a fund and how to get that paperwork together. So all of these things basically leading you to a point of being, you know, our goal and our prayer is that we can help focus you into your goals, whatever your goals are. You might have the goal, no matter what your goal is, you know how to be self-sufficient, and self-sufficiency is the primary point of our entire platform. Because we, you know, as entrepreneurs know that you can have so much more freedom if you weren't tied to waiting for someone to hire you, or if you weren't tied to trying to figure out what to do next. We've got everything right here within our platform. Okay, so we feel like social entrepreneurship, this is what LevelUp Advisors is all about. Our approach is, you know, social entrepreneurship, helping each other. And, you know, if you've ever heard of anything like crowdfunding, I'm sure you've seen all kinds of different crowdfunding campaigns. You know, you've seen Kickstarter, and you've seen so many different companies, you know, just really get funds for their projects that way. Or you've seen families go on some crowdfunding websites and get funding that way. However, we saw a fault in those ideas, okay? And so I'm going to show you how, you know, we have fixed the crowdfunding idea with the new decentralized finance platform that we've developed in just a minute. But in general, being corporately responsible, being capitalist, and being socially responsible is the way our business works. So we are creating a platform, or have created a platform, that is socially responsible, that follows behind some of the companies that are out there that basically are already doing it, like Ben and Jerry's. The CEO there, they're always investing in environmental things, and they're doing a lot for the community. Like UB, every time they sell classroom work, every time this company, you know, you buy some chalk for your kid or for a classroom, then they donate something to a classroom in the United States. Or Bronner's is another company that practices social capitalism and being socially conscious when you think about, you know, what type of business you want to be. So success isn't just about what you accomplish in your life. It's about what you inspire inspire others to do. And for me, when I was 18 years old, it's so funny. I had my first two children by 19. And I said to my friends, we were sitting in my apartment in Queens. I was 19 years old. My friend said, you know, Tanae, you're such an inspiration. That's your job, is to be an inspiration to everyone. That's your life's goal. And that stuck with me. I go, really? I'm an inspiration to you? That's interesting. Because I hadn't even thought about it. But by that time, I had the two children. I had already, I was in college. I had gone from New York to Milwaukee and back. I was just doing all kinds of stuff. And I had started investing in real estate by that time. So they were like, what the hell are you doing? But for me, I'm on it. I'm grown. It's time to go. So, we want to be an inspiration to others, and being an inspiration is very important to, just everyone else as a whole. I can't tell you so many autobiographies that I've read that have inspired me. And so, we want to create a community of entrepreneurs that are inspiring others to do better. So how do we pay you to level up your business acumen? Okay, I've been hinting at it. We're going to get there. We have a decentralized finance protocol. Okay, and I know that a lot of you, this is such a new concept that it's just crazy. When we originally started, we love to stay up on the latest ways to finance a business. Our sister company, Gotham Capital Services, this is all we have done for years, is stay up on who's funding, the easiest underwriting guidelines. And so in December, we looked at DeFi and we put it in the system and said, oh yeah, this is another way you can finance your business. But we didn't know anything about it. And then we realized we are a DeFi platform, and we went to work on that since end of January. And so the decentralized finance, just to give you an idea, January 1st, 2020, it was let me see if I can read my own writing here. It was a $686 million industry. And as of this year, it is now a $15.6 billion industry. There's a lot of investors going into the DeFi industry, a lot of investors investing in platforms. And so we have figured out how to make LevelUp Advisors reap some of those rewards, because it's actually perfect for what we're doing. So decentralized finance, this is where you can receive funding from, they have crypto lending firms. You've got no personal credit required. You've got no guarantees required. And that's on some of the DeFi platforms. There's a DeFi platform out there, one of the largest ones, called Aave, AAVE.com. Okay, that's one. You can also go and check out Uniswap.com. Okay, and I'm sending you there because they do not have what we've created. They have something similar to what we've created. We've actually done one up on those platforms. The way those platforms currently work is they are, if you happen to have any kind of cryptocurrency, let's say you were one of the smart ones and you have Bitcoin, and your Bitcoin is worth, 55,000, you do not want to spend that value. Okay, you don't want to spend that value like spend it on groceries. It's so funny because recently I saw someone talk about Bitcoin, and they said, Bitcoin really shouldn't be used as a something that you spend. It should be used as something you hold value in, kind of like when you buy gold. You can't spend gold really. Well, actually they did back in the day, but you hold your value in gold and then you transfer it to fiat currency, right? And that's what people are looking at with Bitcoin. So with that said, you may need to use that Bitcoin for something. So when you go on Aave or Uniswap, you can put your cryptocurrency on there, and you can completely what they call a trustless system. Everything is handled by what they call a blockchain. And the blockchain is a language and a series of computers. Those series of computers basically agree that you have X amount of dollars in this particular cryptocurrency, okay? So you can go ahead and put on any of these platforms, let's say 2/3, if you can put 2 Bitcoin and you can get 3 Bitcoin back with no qualifying. So if you have 50,000 and you want to put, let's say you have 50,000, they would give you 66,000. Okay, so and that's with no qualifying, no credit check, no collateral, no corporation, no nothing. Okay. So you collateralize your loan. And it's very similar to what we've done before in the traditional world. So if you have a piece of real estate, right, and the bank says, okay, we'll give you a mortgage on that real estate, but we're only going to give you up to 70% LTV, or we're only going to give you up to 75% LTV. The property is worth 100,000, but we're only going to give you 75,000, right? It's the same thing. So if, except now it's in digital currency. Or if you have a car, let me keep it simple. You have a car, you have your title, you know that your car is worth 10,000. Okay, I like your car, I'll give you 5,000 on your car. Okay, so now that is, collateralize. Your car is now collateralized by that new loan, and that's the way it works in the traditional world. Now, apply those same rules to cryptocurrency. So you have to collateralize your loan. So they say, okay, you give us 2, we'll give you 3 back. And so that's the way those platforms work. And now let me show you what we've done. So just another overview of decentralized finance, okay? So when it comes to DeFi, this is how it works. So a user creates a transaction and signs it with a private key. So when you have any cryptocurrency, you receive a private key, okay? That's how you sign. It's not like, offline where you sign something, but just by owning something, you get a private key with that wallet, and that's your signature, okay? And then a block represents the transaction, which is created on the platform. The next thing that happens is the transaction is broadcasted to the other peers on the platform that says, okay, yes, this person owns this much, and this person, is that true? Yes, that's true. Okay, so it's decentralized means that there's no middleman like a bank that has to say, yeah, we approve that. That doesn't have to happen in decentralized finance, because your peers are all saying, yes, this is true, yes, this is true. And these are what you call miners. Those are the peers that are out there. And so it gets a little bit complicated. I'm going to try and keep it really simple. So then the peer users validate the transaction, the block is added, and then that's considered done. So when it comes to DeFi, you have all of these different ways you could have a DeFi protocol put together. Okay, so you have something called an open ledger standard. You have something called a stable coin. Okay, so that means a stable coin is like $1 is equal to 1 USDT. Okay, that's actually a thing in digital language. Okay, and then you have something called a smart contract. You have something called, you have marketplaces and exchanges, just like the New York Stock Exchange. And you have asset management and insurance platforms. That's what I was talking about a few minutes ago when I said we're going to be doing fractional real estate. And so that's where, we will get into that a little bit later in the year as we continue development. However, where we are right now is right here in the middle, where we have a smart contract that basically says you are going to receive project funding if you do A, B, C, D, and E, and F, or whatever it is. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that is right now. So this is DeFi. I've been telling you, I told you just in the last, between 2020 and 2021, this is only up to 2020. This application in digital technology, this is where it started in 2017. You see that? And it has just been climbing because it is the answer to a trustless system where you don't have to trust me to say, I'm going to do this. You don't have to trust that the company is going to do anything. Everything is coded into the blockchain, okay? And that's where it has taken us so long in development to really get this thing done. So we have created the OMI token, okay? And the OMI token is a smart contract that is for LevelUp Advisors. So LevelUp Advisors is positioned to ride the DeFi wave with its own DeFi token. It's called OMI, and we provide needed project funding. And I'm going to show you how everyone in the community is participating in this system. So with the OMI decentralized finance protocol, it's funding for your business that requires no personal guarantor, no credit check, and no qualifying. So here's how it works. Step one, you subscribe to LevelUp Advisors. As a subscriber of LevelUp Advisors, that's our business model. That's how we make money. It's $29.99 per month, and that is the cost of being a LevelUp Advisors member. Then step two is purchasing your OMI token. Created a video to show you how to go ahead and create a wallet, and that wallet is going to allow you to receive the OMI token. It is 95 OMI tokens. So $40 is equal to today 95 OMI tokens. We're going to show you how to buy that. Now, there's three different pools. We have a 40,000 USD pool. We have a 100,000 USD pool and a 250,000 USD pool. Now, here is how you get any one of those three pools. First of all, the 40,000 pool, you're going to need to pay at the equivalent of $80. You need to buy the equivalent of $80 in OMI tokens, which is currently 190 OMI. That's all you have to pay. And then there's pluses and minuses to all of that. So $80 and I can get 40,000. Okay, here's how. It's going to take 500 OMI token holders in that pool in order to pay that pool out to the first person. All of this is determined on the smart contract. And we have something that we've coded called a multi-signature. So everyone in the system has to approve that first person and the next person, the next person, next person, that person has completed, has check marked. It's all kind of automated though. So it's kind of you by having your address and holding those OMI tokens. When the system sees there's 500 OMI token holders, the system pays out 40,000. Now, we're still under development on the website. We're going to have you put your project on there so we can know what your project is. And this is where we fixed crowdfunding. Okay, because I know you're thinking about it. It sounds like crowdfunding. It's similar to crowdfunding. So the difference between decentralized finance and crowdfunding, this is the way we've put it together. The difference is with the traditional crowdfunding, you've still got to market your deal. You still have to go out there and find the people that are going to fund your project. You got to go find those 500 people to give you $40 a piece or $100 a piece or whatever, $5 or whatever. You've got to go find them. because this is decentralized finance now, it's determined in the protocol. All you have to do, and the way LevelUp Advisors set it up, is that you've got to have two things. One, you have to have your coins. Two, there has to be enough people in the system that funds it. And then three, you have to actually get a certificate. That certificate is going to be coded in the blockchain. So when you finish all 10 levels of your course material, you are actually going to receive a certificate. I know I'm blowing your minds, but this is what is literally coded in the blockchain, that you have completed the 10 levels of course material in the system. Once that is done and the system sees that you've completed that, the system sees that you have the proper amount of tokens for whichever pool you decide, then you're funded. Okay, and so that is how that works. There's no one else. Every other crowdfunding system that I've seen, even in DeFi that's being developed, everything is determined. Oh, let's see if we like the project. Let's see if this, let's see. I don't like those things. I don't like if you like the project. What if I don't like your project? It's not my business what your project is. Maybe you want to buy a food truck and you want to sell snails, and I don't think, who cares? That's not my business, right? So this is the completely autonomous system, and the only thing we are adding is a KYC. Okay, so KYC, know your customer. It is an issue because we want to make sure that no one is funding child sex trafficking or something insane like that. So you're not going to go and do KYC if you're funding something crazy like that. Other than that, that's the only, kind of requirement that we're looking at, besides being on, having the right amount of tokens and finishing up the LevelUp system. So the second pool is a new pool that we've added that we didn't have before. And so that's $100,000 pool. It only takes 100 people in that pool. You have to buy the equivalent of $1,000 in OMI tokens. So that is 2,383 OMI. It only takes 100 people to fund that pool. So every 100 people, someone's getting paid. The next pool is 250,000. So you need only 84 people to fund that pool. So 84 OMI token holders, each one having 7,150 OMI, will fund that pool. And also, and of course, step 3 now, complete the 10 levels of courses. Now, I know some of you are seasoned business professionals. Trust me, you're going to learn stuff. Trust me. None of us, you are going to learn stuff. I know you are. Okay. I have had people that have been in business for 20 years go through level 1, and they're like, wait, what? I didn't do that. I didn't do that before. I didn't know that about Google Ads. I didn't know you could do that. Trust me, you're gonna get information. You're gonna be very blessed with the information in there. And then you receive your project funding, and that's it. That's how that system works. And I'm gonna open it up for questions in a second. So now we knew that we had, the system is already autonomous. However, as this protocol grows and as it keeps going, we want others to be involved. This is not ours. LevelUp Advisors doesn't own the protocol. The protocol, we're developing the first system, and now that protocol is going to be owned by anyone with over 7,000 OMI will be the governance over the protocol. So that's called a decentralized autonomous organization. All of the people that have more than 7,000 OMI tokens get to vote on what we want to do. KYC, real estate tokens, adding this, adding that, all these different things that have to be talked about, different problems, different improvements. All of these things will be organized through what we call a DAO, and it's not us, this is a thing. And it is a decentralized autonomous organization. And, you know, it'll be run by people all over the world. This system is an open source system that we've built. And so it is really, really awesome. Okay, so LevelUp Advisors membership, you've got 24/7 access to courses. So you can go on there anytime, any time zone. You know, if you work third shift and you've got to, you know, be on in the morning, whatever it is, you can be on here anytime. And we have a forum. And all the questions and answers and everything will be on the forums. And, you know, the forums section, so you've got your Level Up courses. We already talked about this, $29.99. Actually, we have no more limited time offer. That's finished. I've got to change this slide. We have the Level Up Forum, 40-day, and the 40-day financial ascension plan. That's free for all of our members. We have the Level Up Advisors Pro. Now, if you are a realtor, an insurance agent, a lender, you're going to want to be in the forum. We have a community of nothing but entrepreneurs. So everyone's going to want to hit our community up. And guess what? You're going to need to pay $29.99 to share your contact credentials with anyone within the community. So in the forum. So you can pay for that. Actually, I'm sorry, not $29, it's $19.99. And then the premium version, if you want to give us your advertising, you want banner rotation, all that, that's $29.99 per month in the forum. So that's how that works. Okay, and our marketing strategy, listen, everyone, a lot of these things, like I said, when it comes to crowdfunding in the past, when it comes to any kind of marketing, you've always had to do it on your own. You don't have to do it on your own. Our business is literally this $29.99. Our business subscription model is designed to drive this force. And we are going all out, and we already have. If you haven't seen us on social media, we're everywhere. We haven't started actually promoting the post. Once we do, which we are next week, this thing is going to go nuts. Okay, we kind of wanted to slow it a little bit. We wanted to be a little slow with it. We were still in development, and now we're ready to take the doors off this thing. We do Facebook, Instagram ads, YouTube, Snapchat, this, that, all of these different things. We're all over the place. And celebrity endorsements. And now I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first celebrity endorsement, who's actually going to be doing a class on cryptocurrency. And you will be able to enjoy his class. And you're also going to be able to get information on a more in-depth cryptocurrency class on trading and some of the stuff. I'll let him talk to you about that. So everyone, this is Mr. Anthony Avent. He's 1991 traffic. Is that right, Anthony?
That's correct.
Okay, Mr. Anthony Avent.
Well, first of all, thanks for telling me about this fabulous idea. Almost missed this great opportunity. So much going on, personal, family-wise, but if it's God's will, it's His will. So I'm happy I was able to finally get with you and hear about this fabulous project, this opportunity to better help our communities, as well as just anybody who wants to learn. That's what it all comes down to, the willingness and desire to learn. And there's no better education than your physical and mental health and financial health. So thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome.
And also speaking with you, you know, I would say the past year, I've spent countless hours, almost felt like I went back to college, just really doing a deep dive and learning about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, decentralization, and just understanding where we're headed as a world, not just a country, but as a world when it comes to finances. And it's exciting for me to really see what's taking place when it comes to having opportunities and not just a one-way system, the centralized system, but having an opportunity to be able to pick and choose if you want to be part of the centralized or decentralized um, financial world that we're entering in. So just being able to be part of this tremendous team and opportunity and sharing what I've learned and the success that I've had up to this point, integrating, transitioning into this world of decentralized finances.
Could you tell me a little bit about what you're going to share with us in our new cryptocurrency course material? Now, we've got some classes over there already, but I'm so excited about just you being able to teach that, an NBA basketball, a retired basketball player. And now, like you said, for most of us, we've had to deep dive into learning again. And what have you found? Why do you find this is so important to us, even as entrepreneurs?
Well, I think the first most important thing is a financial health. Being able to take advantage of this opportunity, not just participate in it. As we go into a world of decentralized, well, not decentralized, but digital currency, where you don't actually see the money, um, and you just adapt the same way we adapted to the internet, the same way we adapted to using credit cards. We will adapt to not actually physically seeing money, but everything is moving electronically. But outside of just being a consumer in this space, we want to be able to participate in this new incredible opportunity to create wealth, to grow wealth and pass it down. And if I had the ability to understand the internet when it first came out and invest in that world, or Amazon when they first came out, or Tesla when they first came out, I think that's the opportunity that being involved in cryptocurrency offers us an opportunity to be the first ones on the boat, get off the ground, and really benefit, not just utilize this new decentralized or digital currency, but profit from it and then put ourselves in a better place as investors. And it's just really coming down to understanding what makes this whole ecosystem go and what are those cryptocurrencies that are going to be critical to this whole platform to be able to transfer money across borders, the whole world of what Cardano is doing and bringing over hundreds of millions online to be able to bank that weren't able to bank in the past because of their systems. But I just think it's a fantastic opportunity, and I want to not just talk about this new world we're entering, but how to benefit from it by owning these cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's so much that has to be learned. I know that we've got, and I want to thank you so much. Mr. Avend is coming in as both a co-founder and a teacher. And so we are so proud to have him on. You're going to be seeing him on our social media and all that stuff. And so it's fantastic to have him on. And we're going to continue to bring in more celebrity endorsement. So, you guys have seen this information about celebrity endorsement that we put in that slide since December. And now, we can see it is moving forward. We've got more investors that are coming in. Now that we have OMI launched, it is just going to be fabulous because we have any investor can basically invest in LevelUp by buying OMI and have a say in how that whole protocol works. So it's, an opportunity for anyone. They have something called an ICO. So we are doing what you call an initial coin ICO, initial coin offering. This is what this is. So even though you guys have a purpose for the coin, very similar to a lot of the game platforms where you have to buy your UMI coins to be part of the system, you can be part of the governance of the system and continue to invest in the coins. These coins are actually starting out equivalent to what XLM, the Stellar network. The coin is on the Stellar network. So it's equivalent to whatever the Stellar is, okay? And I'm going to show you real quick how that works, and then I'll take questions. But let me just do one more screen share and show you guys. So this is the website. It's still under development. As you can see, you can go straight to Level Up from here. But this is the UMI coin, umicoin.io. We pay you to learn about, look, cryptocurrency, whoop, whoop. Okay, and you go straight to the forums from here. But here's the way you're going to grab your UMI, okay? And I have created a video for this already, and I'm going to put it in the Telegram group. But you would get, go to Lobster, okay, and you would create a wallet on Lobster. And I have a whole video on how you get your UMI tokens and buy right here on Lobster. So if you were going to, let's say, buy UMI, let's say you're going to spend your $40, you see the first thing you're going to do, you're going to buy in USD $40, you're buying 94 XLM. When I did this earlier, it was 95. So, and when I did it yesterday, it was 99. So the video says 99. So, you know, it's a volatile market. Things are going up and down. This is the UMI token. UMI is actually, it's right here on the Stellar network. And this is what makes this value more valuable than the US dollar. And this is why you'll see cryptocurrency is volatile, because it is, there's only 44,400,000 UMI tokens, okay? So when we estimated, and we've only released half of that, so we've only released 22,200,000 for purchase. So it's really important that you guys get going, and this is going to go fast because there's going to end up being a waiting period. As people are getting project funding, you own those UMI tokens, and until those UMI tokens go back into the market, you will not be able to buy them. So there's only, so we figured it out as far as it's called tokenomics, to where we're only funding like 1,000, you know, 40,000 USD projects, and like so many, you know, 250,000 projects. And so that will keep circulating and circulating in the market. And actually, the cost of the project funding will also grow and change, go up and down, more like go up over time. Okay, so the cost of your collateral that it's going to take you to collateralize your project. And so this, we've already started just, you know, having this thing done, but this is how this works. And, you know, as you guys buy, these numbers will change, you know, how people are, how people are buying, but it is a Stellar smart contract on the Stellar network. And so the first thing, in order to buy UMI, you have to own XLM. And so the video is going to go through that. I'm not going to go through that right now. But let's say if you wanted to get into the $250,000 pool, you would spend $3,000 USD. It would get you 7,150 XLM. Then you go into your wallet and purchase your UMI with those XLM. And that's how that works.